Cowboys on Yahoo Sports. How did your first game back feel after 6 weeks? Where were you comfortable?
Yeah, I felt great. I felt comfortable with everything. Thumb definitely didn't bother me. Wasn't a thought in my head. Felt like after a few throws, yeah, I was back into it. And that drive before halftime, I felt like I made a few that just said, hey, we're good to go. Don't think about anything again. And yeah, so I felt fine. But this is about the team. This is a great team win. This is what I've been watching for the last 5 weeks. This defense, the special teams, and just us playing complimentary football. And it was just it's just great to be back and be a part of it.
Were you juiced on that first throw a little high to Noah?
Honestly, when I came out, there's supposed to be a tight end also getting free, got knocked off, I guess, on his route. And initially in my head, I was thinking to run, and then Noah flashes. And then, so that's kind of why the ball placement was there. But, yeah, I mean, obviously you want that back. But then again, it's part of maybe next time I run, I'll probably still be running. So.
Dak, Ed Werder, ESPN. You mentioned the defense. What's the value of a defense that can plays like this one does every week and takes the ball away so often to a quarterback like you?
Yeah, it's huge. You understand the overall picture of this game and knowing that our defense is going to help us out, and it's important for us to make sure those turnovers pay off, or those long kick returns, as we weren't able to do that one, or punt return, that one that Turpin had. But just knowing that, just play within the game. Don't try to do too much. Know that you've got, as I said, a defense to help you out. If it's third down, you've got to throw it away, live for another down, and play the field position. And these guys, we know when we score touchdowns and we get ahead, these guys can pin their ears back and go do what they do and create turnovers.
Hey, Dak. Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. Can you talk a little bit about what it means for the defense to, as far as getting them juiced up, to be able to reward their takeaways with touchdowns?
Yeah, that's playing complementary football. When those guys go out there and get turnovers, it's important for us to make sure that we get points out of that. That's how you win games, and that's how you blow games, blow them away, honestly. And the way this D-line and the way the secondary and just the linebackers, honestly, the whole group, just the way that how hungry they are, the way that they attack. Special C, as I said, is something that I saw, obviously, in training camp. I've seen it in these last 5 weeks, and it's just great to be able to go out there and be a part of them.
Dak, Mike Leslie from WFA. Early on in the football game, there were a couple of instances where you threw into double coverage, maybe triple coverage. How much of that was just kind of being amped up and wanting to go out there and make a play, and how did you feel about how you eventually settled in and found your spot?
Yeah, I think once I made some throws and I knew as I said, my thumb was good, and I felt like I had the spin back that I've had and the confidence. Some of those throws were just overconfident in a sense, and yeah, I've got to guard against that. Yeah, just because sometimes it can lead to turnovers, and that's the last thing I'm trying to do is put this team put this team in a bad position because I'm overconfident. And as I said, when you have a defense like this, understand, just continue to go through the reads, take a check down here and there, and it'll pay off.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. How valuable was the running game for you guys?
Huge. As I said, when I say I've been watching for the past 5 weeks, these are all the things that I've seen. I feel like we're running the ball better than we have in a couple of years. And just to get those offensive line going, just to see how excited they are. They come back out to possessions. Hey, continue to run it. You want to do that. You want to feed the backs. You want to feed the offensive line, make sure that they get in that rhythm and feel good about what they're doing. And we're able to do that tonight, and eventually it paid off to some touchdowns.
How much do you prefer playing this way rather than 400-yard games, 300-yard passing games, multiple touchdowns? I mean,
a win's a win. I really don't care how it gets done. A win's a win. I thought it was going to be pretty cool to leave out of this game without a touchdown, honestly, and that's just kind of where my head is right now. I know how talented this team is. I know what we can be. It's not about me. It's about all of us, and I'm just trying to make sure that I play my part and make sure I put this team in the right situation each and every play, and just make the most out of whatever situation I'm given.
Dak, Jeff Gold with Fox 4. We talked heading into the season about pressures, privilege, how much privilege you were feeling. How has the rest of this team taken pressure off of you? Have you ever felt this much support from the rest of your team?
Yeah, this team, I don't know if I would have felt it without being able to watch these guys for the last 5 weeks, honestly. And everything happens for a reason. And so, yeah, I mean, this time that I had off, it was a blessing. Coop did an amazing job, obviously, of keeping us in this position. And once again, just the defense and the team, just playing complementary football. And so it was important for me to see that and to recognize that and no coming back. Don't try to do too much. We've got a hell of a run game. We've got a defense that can make turnovers, can get touchdowns themselves, and a great special teams that's aggressive, and a return game that's I don't know why people keep kicking it, but it's great. It's great just to be a part of. And as I said, I'm just trying to play my role and make sure that I put this team in the best chance to win each and every game.
Hey, Dak, James Hadnot, KSLA News 12 in Shreveport. I was asking about the running game and wanted to ask specifically about the unselfishness of Ezekiel Elliott and then also how Tony Pollard then feeds off that as well, that 1-2 punch.
Yeah, I tell you this team is selfless all the way around, and I think you can look at Zeke and he's the epitome of that. Going to do whatever it takes, whether it's coming off the field and Tony getting in, or whether it's pass blocking, or whether it's lining up at fullback and blocking that way. And that's what's so special about this team. That's the brotherhood. That's the culture that we've created in that locker room. And it's a privilege just to be a part of it and to see how many guys care about the team's success and putting the individual success to the side and knowing that all that will come when the team wins.
You talking about Zeke, just talk about his toughness. I don't know, you saw it go down and it looked like a painful injury. And for him to come back and have 2 touchdowns, just his toughness and determination to be out there on the field.
Yeah, he's relentless. He's relentless. And, yeah, when I saw the play, I thought it was a little ugly. And I'm like, I hope he's fine. We ran over the sideline. He said he'll be good. And wasn't too long before he was jumping a guy. So, I mean, that's Zeke for you. Just going to go and give everything he can each and every play. And we're blessed to have a back like that, and just the person that he is special.
You talked earlier about, the way the defense is playing and running the game and watching them. Was that part of your excitement wanting to get back out here with these guys? Because, the way it's going and what y'all can do and become.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm just blessed to be able to play this game, and this game puts me in a place that nothing else in this world does. So just being able to go back out there in between the lines and go to war with these guys and all these selfless guys, as I said, that's what was important to me. But then seeing, obviously, the success our defense can have, the success this team can have, the way the run game was going, as I said, it was important for me to come back and realize that, hey, we've got a lot of special things around, make sure that I'm doing everything I can to put these guys in successful positions.
Dak, you talked about that early throw when you considered running. Jerry also talked about how key your running is in your game or RPOs generally. Is that something you want to incorporate more in the games to come?
I mean, it'll happen. That's just all depends on who we're playing, what they give us. That's just a schematic part of this game. Some games, yeah, it may be more than others, but yeah, I feel good. Definitely can run, and as I said, felt like I should have ran on that last one, but a receiver flashes and you just react and throw, and but yeah, that'll come. All that will come in time.
And one more. When you look at your touchdown with Peyton, what Sam Williams is doing, Tyler Smith, how is this rookie class contributing, and particularly take us through that touchdown?
Yeah, one of the best rookie classes I've seen in my 7 years here. I feel like I said that last year, and then for this class to come in and just the way that they approach each and every day, the way that these guys believe in themselves, believe in the team, are selfless, and just want to play whatever role that they can. It's serving us well, and it's huge to our team's success. And on that touchdown, what's funny is actually Jake is well, I was to the flat to the right's the first read, and then Jake's the second read. And when I looked at him, he was covered, and then I just see Peyton in the back of the end zone doing a jumping jack and throw it, and then they're giving me, I guess, stuff when I get back to the sideline, like, oh, you didn't throw it to Jake because he scored last week? And I'm like, it's tight end you, let's feed them all. Or it's tight end day, so let's feed them all. So, no, that's just great for 2 young guys.
Hey, Dax, sticking to National Tight Ends Day, it looks like the chemistry between you and Dalton Schultz just kind of picked up right where it left off. Can you talk a little bit about that, as well as him battling through, the knee injury to continue to get it done for you guys?
Yeah, another tough guy, and a guy that's selfless and going to do whatever he can in whatever role to help this team, and obviously to help the offense's success. And Schultz is a guy that, just going back in his time coming in, he's always been ready to work. He's always been communicating and just trying to get on the same page. And I'd say we took a big step this offseason. Spent a lot of time together, whether it be routes, whether it just be personal, whatever it is. And I just think it shows. I have a lot of trust in him. We see the defense the same way, and he's important. He's important to this team. He's important to that tight end room and growing those young guys. And just another epitome of what this team's all about.
Dak, Bob Del Giorno, Fox Sports Radio, Texarkana. We hear selflessness, team effort, not worried about personal stats. It seems to me like the chemistry of the whole team is special and different than it's been the past few years. Can you elaborate on that? And am I right assuming that?
Yeah, you're right assuming that. Not to say in these past years we haven't had that, but it's impressive just how we've built on that every year that I've been here to where we are now. Yeah, it's huge, and I mean not only just on offense but on defense. And I mean you see a guy like Micah Parsons chase down that screen right there and get the guy down at the 1 yard line, and then boom, fumble the next play. Just relentless efforts, and our motto of this year was resilience. And you can just see that. You turn on the film, you'll see that. In a close game all the way through, nobody budged, nobody blinked an eye. Everybody knew that we're capable of winning this game, and made a few plays there, and we're able to pull away right there at the end. And it's a special team to be a part of.
Last two.
Dak, you mentioned Zeke earlier leaping over a guy. It feels like it's been a minute since we've seen that. Even despite what he had with the knee in this game, that was obviously after that. Can you speak to it? It seems like he's a bit sprier this year. It seems like he's a step quicker this year. Is that something that you guys noticed, maybe even being off the field for 5 weeks and being able to see him from afar?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at last year, the guy played with an injured knee. I mean, over half the year. And so that shows his toughness. And, yeah, when he got himself better and got himself healthy, I saw it in the spring, just the way the bounce in his step, the way he's moving, the cuts he's made. And even when he got hurt, that's a guy trying to cut back in and make a play that he knows he can make. And so he's impressive, man. Just his approach each and every day, the way he goes about it. He actually was practicing a hurdle in practice, and he didn't jump over him, but he did the whole slow feet stutter. And I'm like, I bet he jumps a guy this week. And sure enough, it just happened. And it's impressive. A guy in year 7, as many carries as he had, what he does for this team, and just continue to get better. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Proud of him.
So you had run up the tunnel, smack Beatis in the backside there after this.
Thumb feels good.
Yeah. How much did you miss these feelings of leading the team, directing to a win, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, there's nothing that can substitute this. This game has always been a safe haven piece for me, and just being able, as I said, just get back between those lines, go to war with my brothers, a bunch of selfless men who just care about the overall team success. There's nothing like celebrating the locker room after a hard-fought week of preparation and a hard-fought game in the NFL, and just blessed and privileged just to be back at it and be a part of it.
Is this the first time you heard Zach say it was before 3 p.m.?
Yeah, it's the first time I feel like I've been in the locker room before 3 p.m. So, yeah, and just to turn on the TV and see some of the 12 o'clock games still going, that's what happens when you run the ball. So, thank y'all. Go ahead.
One more with
Sorry, everyone kept yelling over me. Hayden
Yeah.
Sutton, DallasCowboys.com. You talk about complementary football and how close this team is. When you see how the defense is operating, special teams, the offense has a glimpse of what it could be.
Yeah.
Just how good can this team be this year?
Yeah, the sky's the limit. We're not going to put any limitations on what we can do. As I said, it's important to grow each and every day, and that's what I said, breaking the team down today. Hey, this was a great win. Celebrate it, enjoy it, but tomorrow we've got to come in, make sure that we get better, and we've got to go to work. We've got to grind, and that's what you've got in that locker room. A lot of men that love to work, a lot of men that love adversity, that love whatever it takes and whatever is thrown at us. We're going to run through it. We're going to lock arms and trust one another, and that's the culture that we've built. And as I said, it's special to be a part of it, and yeah, we can do great things this year. Thank y'all.